Assalamu alaikum and salam and to the doctor and to everyone who is going to watch this video presentation. Now, before I begin the presentation, I would first like to introduce my group members. Okay, first is Muhammad Dafa Muzaffar, next is Kabir Alamgir, Abdurrahman Abdul Rashid, Mustafa Muhammad, and last but not the least, me Abdul Rafi Balindong. We all took the time to understand the question and share the explanation amongst ourselves in order, to get a better understanding of the question and also to solve the question itself. Okay. Now the given question to us is example 3.7. The 25 kilogram pot is supported by point A by the three cables, which is this one. Determine the force acting in each cable for equilibrium. Okay, to get a better, I'll use a laser pointer. Okay, so for this one, as it said, there are three cables, which is this one, this cable, and this cable. Also, there's a 25 kilogram pot here. Okay, now to get a better understanding of this illustration, it is a must that we draw a free body diagram. The next slide, this is the free body diagram. Okay. Now in this diagram, the forces acting upon point A is force AB, force AC, force AD, and the 25 kilogram pot. As you can also see, there are angles here. There are three angles given in this diagram: 45 degrees, 30 degrees, and 60 degrees. One is for force AB, which is 45 degrees. Force AB is an isosceles triangle, meaning if this is 45 degrees, then this is also 45 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. Okay? Okay, now on force FAD and force AC, both of them have the same angle, which is 30 degrees. Now, as you can see here, there is a 60 degrees here. This 60 degrees angle. It is lying on the same axis as the one with 30 degrees. Now, as we've learned from this the previous lesson, hence there would be a relationship between the two of this between these angles. Hence, we derive f prime. Okay, moving on. Since we understand the idea, we can now derive the equations at equilibrium. Okay, so as I said earlier, there's a relationship between this angle and this angle. Now, as the one shown from our previous lesson, there will be phi and theta. Now for this diagram, 30 degrees is the phi and 60 degrees is the theta. Now since x-axis is the first x-axis is the angle that they are first connected to, hence we will derive first fx. So f of x is f sine phi. So getting on this, summation of f of x is negative fac sine 30 degrees. It is sine 30 degrees because here the angle is here. Opposite over hypotenuse is sine. Then it is negative since it is on the negative side of x-axis. So negative fac sine 30 degrees. Now plus fad sine 30 degrees. It is the same as force AC. The only difference is it's lying on the positive axis. Opposite over hypotenuse is sine 30. Now for force AB, there is no x, since it is acting alone on this force. Okay. Now moving on to summation of f of y, FAB. So here angle 45 degrees, opposite over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse, we get cosine, which is FAB cos 45 degrees, since we are looking for the y. Now for force AC, as I've said, there are two angles given, so we use this one. So as for f prime, we use f cos phi, Since f of x is f sine phi, we get the opposite of it, which is f cos phi. Now, applying trigonometry, since f prime is FAC cos 30 degrees, we substitute it here in this equation. So f cos 30 degrees sine theta. Now the angle here, we use this triangle, this one. We use this triangle. So 60 degrees opposite over hypotenuse, this red line, which is the hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse, we get sine. So FA cos 30 degrees sine 60 degrees. And it is negative FAC cos 30 degrees sine 60 degrees because it is lying on the negative side of y-axis. Now, for force FAD, it is the same. It is the same, since both of them have the same angles, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. Both of them apply. So negative FAC cos 30 degrees sine 30 degrees minus FAD cos 30 degrees sine 60 degrees equals to 0. Now, on the last axis, summation of FZ for this one, adjacent, opposite, this is the x-axis, z-axis, opposite over hypotenuse, we get sine. So FAB sine 45 degrees. Now for this one, we also substitute it. We substitute the f prime here. So FAC cos 30 degrees. Now, to get this one, this is the z-axis, right? So adjacent over hypotenuse is cosine. So we derive cosine theta here. So FAC cos 30 degrees cos 60 degrees. Now FAC again is also the same as FAD, since both of them have the same angle. So positive FAD cos 30 degrees cos 60 degrees. And the last force acting upon point A is 245, is the 25 kilogram path. So we derive 245 Newton by using the formula F equals mass times acceleration due to gravity. So 25 times 9.81 is equal to 245 degrees, 245 Newton. Now, okay, since we got the equilibrium equations at point A, we can now try to solve it. So, okay, here is the basis. Now, first to solve this one, we need to use an equation that is simpler and can derive the answer. So for obviously it is summation of fx. So the only thing you need to do is transpose negative FAC sine 30 degrees to the other side, which is this one. Then try to isolate FAD. So divide both sides by sine 30 degrees. So this one cancel, so you get 1. So FAD is equals to FAC. Now since you got the value of FAD, you can substitute it on the next equation, which is this one. So this one's originally FAD, this one, substitute FAC to get the common ground. So just add them. So 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4, you get 3 over 2. Now isolate again FAB. So divide both sides by cos 45 degrees, you get 2.121. Now since you have the value for both FAD and FAB, you can substitute it on the last equation, which is this one. So this one was originally FAB, substitute FAC, you get this one. Next FAC, next FAD, substitute FAD here, you get FAC. So simplify, transpose 245 Newton on the other side, you get this one. Then add them all, and finally you get the value for FAC, which is 103.6 Newtons. Now when you get this value, you can substitute it to this one. Okay, so here, so we get FAD, which is 103.6 Newton. Both of them are the same. Also you could substitute it on this one, which is this one. So 103.6 times 2.121, we get the value for force AB is 220 Newton. Now, final answer, force AB is equals to 220 Newton, force AC is equals to 103.6 Newton, force AD is equals to 103.6 Newton. So those are the final answers. Okay, so that's all for this question. I hope you understand, and thank you for listening.